Hey fellas, well here we are, gotta do it. Everybody, they learned about the Bic, they learned about matches, they learned, but crazy Uncle Damien, I want to know about Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel, crazy Uncle Damien, Flint and Steel. There's so many ways, there's so many things to learn first, but everybody wants Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel. All right, fine. We'll get out the old. Watch your ears. If you got headphones on, you know. I told you before. Okay, so you know. I told you. So Flint and Steel. This is the magic orange bag of how to learn how to light a fire. Flint and Steel. Nobody wants to learn. Hey, crazy Uncle Damien, show me the basics of the. No. We gotta do Flint and Steel. All right. So as far as Flint and Steel goes, it is not the hardest. It is not the hardest to do. it's right up in there. To think that our ancestors used to attempt to do this a long time ago with nothing but the basics. Well, you know, that's what they did long time ago. None of these videos are scripted. I'm basically peer pressured. I succumb to peer pressure very easily, and I'm told, hey, you got to do this video. All right, fine. Flint and Steel. Right off the bat, Flint is. There we go. Here's a piece. Here's a piece. Here's a piece. Here's another piece. All you need is Flint and Steel. Make a fire. Ta-da! It's as easy as rubbing two sticks together. You just, you know, and then, look at that, we built a house. No, there's so much more to it, and we're gonna dive into a whole bunch of it. I'm gonna glass over a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna assume that you understand some stuff, and there's a lot of stuff I'm not gonna explain because there's not enough internet space to do all this. So let's get down to it. Flint is a rock. Okay, that's what Flint is. It's a rock. Where are you? I thought I had it. There it is. There we go. Flint is a rock. See this thing? See this thing that showers. Come on. Oh, shower spark. Oh, Flint. This is not Flint. This is ferrocium. It is a very soft rod, a very magical metal that when you scrape it off, it oxidizes and gives you a shower of sparks. That's what it is. And but that's the steel. No, that's just something with a sharp edge. You could scrape this with glass. You could scrape this with the back of a knife, with a rock, just a regular old rock, corner of your bumper off your '78 Ford Alchemy. Yeah, not Flint and Steel. Please, not Flint and Steel. My friend Matt. Wow, cool. Not Flint and Steel. Flint is a rock, and what makes it so special is it's a very hard rock, and it is harder than not every steel, than high carbon steel. Heat treated, heat tempered? No. High carbon steel. So basically, what you're doing now, throw it in the comments if I'm wrong, but we are shaving off a piece of the steel. And when steel, high carbon steel, is shaved off, it oxidizes very quickly. And that piece of metal, that hot piece of metal, goes down to whatever you're trying to start on fire. And it won't start a fire because it's a very cold spark, about an 800-degree spark. So with this flint, you are peeling off a piece of the steel. Actually, if I was trying to light this, I would be trying to peel off. I would peel off and throw it, peel it off into that. A lot of times, if I have something I want to light on fire, I'll hold it right here and peel it off. And look, the sparks go right there. We'll get into that in a second. But that's, why am I using a file? Crazy Uncle Dan, a file, that seems pretty hard. You know, the really, really old files work really, really well. The newer files, not so much. They got a lot of Chinesium in it. But the really old files work really well. That's where you see a lot of the old timers would say you take your pocket knife and you strike it on a rock. Well, they didn't understand. It was a very hard rock. Flint, quartz, chert. Chert's a funny little thing. And they would strike that off and get a spark. A very cold spark. What they knew, a lot of people, we'll make sparks all day long. All right, let's move forward. I keep talking about high carbon steel. High carbon steel. So, stainless steel does not work. Highly tempered steel does not work. Chrome. I guess chrome's it's like stainless steel. It doesn't, it's part of a gold thing. Pencil lead. That's graphite. Oh, look, steel. Stainless steel. Oh, look, that's not shiny like stainless steel, is it? No, because it's made out of Chinesium, and it causes cancer in 16 provinces of California or something. I don't know. Here's the other one. Magnesium and ferrocium. It also is not flint and steel. It is magnesium that you would, not the sharp edge. Not the sharp. You guys are making me crazy. Not the sharp edge. The back edge that you filed flat. So it has a little sharpie edge there and a sharpie edge there. Nice flat blunt edge. That's what you would peel that magnesium off and then strike the ferrocium, same stuff, ferrocium, and that's what, ferrocium and magnesium, not flint and steel. Crazy Uncle Damien, you're talking about everything except flint. What you are? I'm sorry, I almost forgot. Oh, look, hey, we love this guy, don't we? Look at that. That thing that makes a spark. That thing that makes a spark. Ferrocium, not flint, not spark, not steel. Ferrocium, not. You can call it a flint, and when you go to put new flint in your Zippo, and you go to the store, hey, I'm looking for Zippo flint. Oh yeah, here you go. And it probably will even say it's not flint. It's not flint. Flint is a rock. All right, look, there's all kinds of different flint, and let's get into. I have two main sets that I like to use a lot. Altoid scans. Oh my God, Altoid scans. They'll save your life. You have to have an Altoid scan to save your life. How about this? Ziploc bags over Altoid scans. Kind of just saying that. In this kit, it's more of a traditional kit. I have a piece of really old file and some traditional black flint and some tan flint that I think came from Midwest, somewhere between Texas and Ohio. This stuff came, and my trusty old file. In this kit, I also have a piece of lamp wick. Haha, lamp wick. We talk about lamp wick, and it's charred. We're gonna get charred materials, kind of shoe and shoelace with flint and steel. Along with this kit, I also carry a little Ziploc bag with some charred cloth, some old bath towel, little bandana, 100% cotton that has been charred and then put out. It will catch spark real quick. Boy, is that stuff messy. We'll get into that here in a minute. Because like I say, flint and steel, you cannot make a fire with just a flint and steel, because that spark it's like 700, 800 degrees. Oh, it's so yellow, it's almost brown. That spark is so cold. But in this kit, this is, I'm not selling anybody's anything, but I did think that this thing was pretty slick. It's got the thing you can put that in there and make a thing. No, but what I did like was that you can attach this to your key ring and carry it around. Put it on a carabiner, it won't really get lost. You don't need the special little Altoids tin kit. That's a pretty slick little device that they put out there. If it's this. I will tell you what, if you want to drill a hole in a file and put a piece of paracord or something through there, good luck. You're going to have to talk to one of your uncle's neighbor's cousins to learn how to drill a hole in a file. Oh, fun stuff. And same thing, I've got some flint in there and a little bit of charred cloth. Oh look, my favorite, Bic. In all of my kits, a lot of times you will find something very sharp and something to keep it very sharp. Oh, the sharpening stones. We're going to talk about that another day down the road. Yeah, yeah. Flint and steel. Crazy Uncle Damien. You're like a squirrel. You're hard to keep on task here. Basically, flint and steel. There you go. Here's your steel, kind of smooth. This is an old file. The filey part, no. I kind of ground it down. There you go. The nice smooth part. There we go. This is the flint. And what is cool about flint, you can always tell really good flint, is when you break it, when you smash, and it's hard to smash. Oh boy, you really got to go at it to smash. And when it does smash, pow, this thing explodes into a million different pieces. But it will, and I'm going to use a word that I picked up from Dave Canterbury, conchoidal. And it is a really good way to know. It cups. It doesn't break round. It will break with a cup in it. Conchoidal. And it is a real way. The other thing is when flint breaks, it will break with some really sharp edges. Now, I've been beating on these pieces for a while with this piece of steel, and they tend to dull up after a while. But you kind of run your hand across there, you'll find the sharp edges. Now then, here we go. Let's all right. I'm not starting this over. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to the thing that keeps that heavy. Let's, if we're gonna make sparks, we'll throw that guy down in there. There we go. Let's not throw sparks onto the can full of gas. Here we go. Guys, Crazy Uncle Damien's not perfect. Flint, steel, flint and steel. Find your edge. And we're not flat and just beating on it. We are trying to peel off a piece of steel. So I'm going to find a piece of, there's my glasses here. And, you're starting to see some sparks. Hopefully you're seeing sparks. Now, what you got to watch, there's a lot of these type of things. They got you convinced that you got to hold it like this. You got to put your fingers in there and then start scratching away. And here's the funny thing, is if you miss, it's a very sharp rock. It's sharp enough and hard enough to peel off steel. So when you stick your knuckles out there, what do you think it's going to peel off? It's going to peel off skin. Stop it. Get your fingers way out here and try to peel it off. Now look, oh, we're making sparks. Crazy Uncle Damien is making lots of sparks. Oh, great. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? Now then, I like to take a piece of lamp wick and already have it charred. Now, what do? You put that down and we throw sparks. No, because if I'm throwing sparks, by the time it gets there, it's cooled off half its temperature. And it's also impossible to direct that. So, a lot of times I'll take this piece of chard, I'll find my sharp piece of flint, and I will put that flint, put that char right there, where when I spark this, as it's coming off, it has nowhere to go except into the charred material. And charred material is really kind of cool because once you she'll make a fool out of me every time. And once you char something, it will take that spark and emberize, turn into an ember much easier. Of course, that thing is ready to go out. And that's what you're working with, that ember. You're working with a 700 or 800 degree spark to make an ember. The slightest, tiniest little ember. Crazy Uncle Damien, what's with the old piece of golf club? Well, I can't see anything anymore, especially at this distance. So if I put this up to my face, I really can't see what I'm blowing on. But if I have this at, that kind of distance, it really helps. Also, at this end, dirty air. At this end, clean air. Especially if you hold it at an angle like this. Look, dirty air, clean air. Everybody wants this thing above them, with their head on top of it, and they're breathing all that dirty air. Why not get this up? And especially up in the breeze. You can see that chard is still going. And that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're aiming for, is that little ember. It's not even a match. It's nothing. Now you have to already have a bird's nest, tinder, all your fire lay, all your fluff laid out way before you ever get this little ember. That's the preparation behind it. Oh, because Uncle Damien, show me the flint and steel. Well, there you go. But now that you have this, you're burning up all your material and you don't know what to do. You can't put this down and go, now find fluff and go find tinder and go find everything. You have to have all this together before you ever pull out your kit. And if this is not already charred, well, good luck. It takes a whole bunch of sparks to get this to where it's charred and then starts to emberize. So there is that. That is using lamp wick. Something that I like to utilize also is, and if you guys recognize this, they're the lemon drops or something like that, candy. It doesn't have to screw on, it doesn't have to be anything. I put a little tiny hole in there, and in this, I like punkwood. Punkwood, I think, is just phenomenal, because if you go out in the woods, and we'll cover that another day, what punkwood is and what it feels like, and look at this, I'm filthy. Punkwood, once you get it to the point where it's a charred material, it is ready to burn, but you didn't give it any oxygen. Remember? Heat, oxygen spark. Yeah, okay. You deprive it of oxygen, it off-gassed, all that stuff. Boy, this thing is ready to go. It's not ready to burn. It's ready to ember. So here's a funny little thing. Let's take our flint and our steel, and let's see if we can make a hello spark, sparky. Hello, find the sparky. There it is. Now I could put this here and try to hold that down and catch that ember, which is kind of hard. Punky wood is very hard to hold still without it having to blow apart. Or I can, instead of driving a spark into my thumb, let's turn this around and let's hold this part still and drive the spark into the punkwood. Now, like I say, trying to get this from here to there accurately, not real fun. And also having it not blow apart. So let's get this close, see if I can make some sparks in the old garbage can here. Come on. Oh, loved them. Like I say, I have respect for the old folks that could do this every day. Every day, I'm hustling. Look at that. If I can get a spark to land, there it is. Ah, ha, ha. Nobody said, you know, if it was easy, we would never have invented a match. Come on, baby. But once you see this, come on. Once you see it, don't make me cheat. Don't make me get the Pharisee. I'll do it. I'm not that proud for these videos. Come on. See you. What are you doing? How about you? You throw any better sparks? No. Oh, the man-made stuff is awesome. If it was easy, we would all do it for free. Oh wait, I am doing this for free. Jeez. Crazy Uncle Damien, throw a spark on this. I pride myself in not ever cutting these videos. But I'll do it. I'll do it. You watch me. Throw a spark in there. I'll get you. Who said this was easy? Whoever. And there it is. Piece of punk wood. Crazy Uncle Damien, your views are blowing up. Look at that. Look at that. As soon as you get one tiny little spark on the charred material, it will take that and turn it into an ember. What's great about punk wood, why is punk wood any better than char cloth or anything else, is instead of coming up with a piece of charred material this big, punk wood comes in logs this big, and you can make a whole chunk of it. And I just proved it, that I threw sparks into here hoping I could get something to catch in all of this punk wood instead of one little tiny piece. And that is a heck of an ember. If you have a bird's nest or fluff or cattail or anything else that you're trying to get a whole bunch of heat into to self-ignite, oh boy, there it is. Now if that starts to die, well, look, another giant piece of punk wood. And it's lit. Boom. So I just, twice the fun going on there. A lot of ash, a lot of smoke, a lot of everything. going on here. There you go, Flint and steel, guys. It is, oh boy, in the book it's romantic. Oh boy, when you're out kneeling in the dirt trying to make this happen, it is not so fun. But if you do master this, it is the basics for everything that moves forward. If you understand how to use that spark and create an ember, and from the ember make more and more heat, and eventually create flame, and then know what to do with that flame, and then be able to control that flame all night, and then in the morning control that flame to kill it. Well, that's a mastery of this art. A lot of guys want to play with this. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of science, and I just made a fool of myself showing you. It's not that easy. This is flint and steel. Guys, I'm going to say with this, I'm in a controlled area. I've got concrete and drywall all around me. I've got no carpeting. I'm not in the house. I'm out here in the kitchen. And don't play with this. Don't play with the spark rods. Don't play with anything in your house. Ask your parents. If they won't help you with that, go find your local Boy Scout troop. Find some. They will mentor you and show you how this works. Oh boy, they want to. They want you to know and understand this. Just don't play with this alone in your bedroom or in your basement or anything else. Don't burn down your house. Crazy Uncle Damien says don't burn down your house. It's dumb. But I can still feel the heat coming off of this. And with this ember, also the next morning after you burn all night, guess what you have hanging out in the bottom of your fire pit is an ember that you can breathe back into life, create fire, and make coffee. A lot of heat there. Flint and steel. Flint is, in closing, Flint is a funny little thing. Black flint is found in Europe. Here in the United States, you don't find flint, straight flint. It doesn't exist. You can find a lot of things that are like flint. You can find a lot of very hard rocks, like quartz, like chert. And the funniest of it all is southwestern Pennsylvania, western Pennsylvania. Flint does not exist. It cannot be found. And I'm going to tell you, I tried for a long, long time. And until I got out of that region and explored some more, did I start finding flint laying around in along creek beds and parking lots, things like that. Funny thing, flint doesn't exist in southwestern Pennsylvania. It's full of coal, which burns like dickens. We love coal. But there's no flint to start it up with, so you got to come up with all kinds of other ways. So there you go. In some future talkings, we'll talk about charcloth. We'll talk about punk wood. We'll talk about taking something that costs you like $20 and making nice flat edges and making